Day trading futures is extremely rewarding. That's why a lot of day traders are navigating towards futures. Later in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get started trading futures and get started without using your own money. Yes, you heard that right, without using your own money. First, what I need you to do is smash the like button. It's a free way to support the channel. It helps me push out valuable content to everybody out there on the internet and allows me to continue to help you guys become better traders. Let's get into the video. So why are futures so rewarding and why are day traders navigating to them? For one, they're leveraged. They are highly leveraged, which means you can make a lot of money. However, on the flip side, you can also lose a lot of money. So if futures are leveraged, how much money do you actually need to start day trading futures? Well, it varies from broker to broker. So you have to do your own research on which broker you want to go with, and we'll cover those later on in this video. But you can get started trading with $1,000 on trading futures. The bad news is you can blow that in a single day, especially if you're a psycho like me and you day trade the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is $20 a point and can move 20 to 40 points in a matter of minutes. If you're trading minis, a 40-point move on the NASDAQ would be an $800 move, and you can literally blow your account in minutes. Or on the flip side, if you make 40 points and you made $800 and you basically doubled your account. Almost. But I don't recommend trying that. Now, what are the platforms that traders are using to day trade futures? I'm going to go over two of them in this video. A popular platform that a lot of traders are using is called Tradevate. It is a very good platform to use. Very user-friendly. They have a good interface, super easy to buy and sell. They have really low margins to get started trading futures if you want to start with a small account. Overall, an extremely good platform. I have used Tradevate for a very long time. I've used them for about 2 to 3 years now, and I've had literally zero issues with them. They had one little time period where they experienced issues and they got it all resolved, and they helped the traders by deleting days that they had on red days where they had experienced issues. So they are about their customers, and their customer support is top tier. So I definitely recommend checking out Tradevate. Now, the second one, and my personal favorite, what I have been using to trade 3 different accounts here lately, is Quantower. Quantower has a very user-friendly chart, super easy to buy and sell, trailing your stop losses, setting stop limits, super easy to use. I also like how it visually looks. It kind of just has this cool like bluish tint. I don't know. I'm weird like that, and I like visually appealing charts. So I use Quantower mainly because they're user-friendly and they look cool. But they are easy to use, and I really do recommend checking out Quantower. The only downside to this platform is that you cannot use them on Mac. It's only available on PC, so that's the only downside. But if you're rocking a PC, check out Quantower. Now, before we jump into how you can trade futures without using your own money and what company to use to do that, let's take a deeper look at futures and how they trade. Now, the futures market is huge. There's tons of different futures that you can actually trade. We're going to dive in the CME group here on their website, and I'm going to go over some of the futures you can trade here. If you like agriculture, you can trade agriculture futures. You can trade energy futures like crude oil. A lot of people trade crude oil. It's a very liquid marketplace. So a lot of people like to focus their trading in the energy sector. There's the equity indices. I trade the NASDAQ or the S&P 500 every now and then. So I have a big focus in equities. That's just my bread and butter and where I like to trade. You have Forex. A lot of people trade Forex. You have interest rate futures. And then you have metals like gold, copper, silver. You have cryptocurrencies. There's tons of different futures that you can trade. Again, my focus is in the equities just because I like the NASDAQ. I have a focus in tech. I come from a techie background, so I understand it. That's why I trade the NASDAQ more so. But think about what you really understand the most. Where do you spend a lot of your time reading articles, or what products are you constantly using, right? If you understand energy, trade the energy sector more, like crude oil. If you're like me and you know tech, trade the NASDAQ and the equities, or Forex, or if you know gold or copper, trade the metals, right? There's so much that you can trade. Best advice anybody can give you is trade what you know. Don't dip into markets that you don't fully understand, because that's how you can get wrecked. Now, fun fact for you on the oil sector. Every futures contract has an expiration where the contract gets settled. When I trade the NASDAQ, they have a financial settlement, right? But in the energy sector, like crude oil, their settlement is delivery. So if you hold one contract of crude oil, I believe that's equivalent to 1,000 barrels of oil, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think that's right. If you hold your contract past expiration, you will have 1,000 barrels show up at your door. 1,000 barrels of oil showing up right at your door. All your neighbors will be looking at you like, what is this man doing? Especially if you live in like a really like packed neighborhood. You don't live out in the country. You're in this really like packed in neighborhood and you have 1,000 barrels at your house. That would be wild. And your neighbors would be like, what is going on? They might even come ask to borrow some oil from you. So if you decide to trade oil, make sure you get out of your contract before expiration. Don't be that guy. All right, so I'm going to break down the point system for the NASDAQ and the ES to give you an idea on how they move and trade and just overall dollar amounts. So you have the NASDAQ mini and the NASDAQ micros. I mainly trade the minis, but we're going to go over the micros as well. Now, 1 point on the NASDAQ is 20 bucks. Okay. So if you get in a trade and it moves $20 into your favor, or 20 points into your favor, that's a $400 move. Whereas vice versa, if it goes against you 20 points, that's $400 loss. And let me tell you, that can happen in a matter of 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Trust me, the NASDAQ is very, very bouncy. So let's just say you get in on the NASDAQ at 14,000 even, and then it goes up to 14,010. That's a 10-point move. Remember, 1 point equals 20 bucks. So a 10-point move would be $200 in profit, or vice versa. If it goes against you 10 points, that would be a $200 loss. Remember, this can happen in literally seconds. Sometimes the NASDAQ moves in 20 to 40 points in a matter of 3 to 5 minutes, sometimes even less. Now, if you like the volatility, but you don't like the big P&L swings, you can always trade the micros. Micros is 50 cents per tick or $2 per point. So that same 10-point move would be $20 on the micros instead of the minis, or that would be 200 bucks. A lot of people tend to stick to micros because you can still experience the volatility, just less P&L swings, and allows for more scalability in positions. Now let's jump over to the ES. The ES is a very popular instrument that is traded. One, because it offers a lot cleaner movement than what the NASDAQ offers. It's not as bouncy. The NASDAQ is very, very volatile and likes to bounce up and down in just random times. The ES, however, has much cleaner movement. It's slower, but much cleaner. So that's why a lot of traders do prefer it. Now in the ES, you have the micros and minis. If you're trading one mini ES contract, it moves $12.50 per tick or $50 per 1 point. So if you catch a 2-point move on the mini ES contract, then you would have made $100 if you caught 2 points. So let's say you got in at 4,500 and it goes up to 4,502. That'd have been that 2-point move and you made $100. Whereas if you were shorting at 4,500 and it went up to 4,502, you were shorting, so it went against you 2 points and you would have lost $100. Again, just like the NASDAQ, you have the micros. If you don't like the big P&L swings on the ES, you can always trade the micro ES. And that moves at $1.25 per tick, and it moves at $5 per point. So that same 2-point move that we just talked about would be a $10 trade versus a $100 trade. Now it's time to get into my favorite part of the video, and what I promised you in the beginning of this video is how can you start trading futures without putting your own money up at risk. I absolutely love this concept because it allows people to jump into the futures market, learn how to trade futures, actually make money, and not have to put your own capital up at risk. It's called a prop firm. Prop firms essentially make you go through an evaluation process. You pass an evaluation, and once you do that, they hand you a funded account, a live funded account for you to then trade and make real money from and withdraw profits. I'm going to go over one prop firm here. It's called TopStep. I've been with TopStep for about almost 3 years now. I've been funded with them. I have made money. I have withdrawn money from TopStep. They have paid me. Their platform is incredible. Their support team is top tier. There is zero complaints. And not to mention, they have been the OGs in the prop firm industry. There's several prop firms out there, tons of them and tons of them. But TopStep is the one that started this prop firm movement. They started back in 2010. The owner of TopStep was actually a floor trader in Chicago, and he started this prop firm to help traders become better futures traders without having to use their own capital. Now, again, this is TopStep. They have one rule and one goal, right? One rule. When you buy your evaluation, the only thing you cannot do, right? And they have multiple evaluations account here. They have a $50,000 account, a $100,000 account, $150,000 account. Only thing you pay is that monthly fee to go through the evaluation. After you pass the evaluation, that monthly fee goes away. You no longer have to pay that anymore. So that's huge, right? Now, you have to meet one profit target. Meet one profit target. If you do the $50,000 account, you got to meet a profit target of $3,000. You do the $100,000 account, you got to meet a profit target of $6,000. You do a $150,000 account, you got to meet a profit target of $9,000. Now, the one rule they have in all of these evaluations is a max loss limit. Okay? You cannot lose more than the max loss in the account, or you have to reset your account. The good news is if you hit that max loss, you're not losing your own capital, right? It's not your own money that you lost. You can reset your account and try again. And from there, you can redo the evaluation, get it passed, and get funded. Now, this may take you 2 or 3 times. It takes everyone a couple of tries to actually get past the evaluation account. But this makes it to where you can get funded through a prop firm and not have to risk your own capital. It's one of those too good to be trues, but it's actually true. And I back TopStep 100% because I've been with them for 3 years, and they are absolutely incredible. I love everything that they do. And they have tons of different resources for you guys too, right? They have free coaching, a Discord chat room, an awesome support system, educational courses, a Facebook community. They have everything you need to get you funded, to keep you educated, and turn you into a profitable futures trader. Highly recommend TopStep. Go check them out. Guys, I got a link in the description down below for TopStep. Be sure to click that link. Go check them out. Purchase you a combine. Purchase you an evaluation. Get started without having to put thousands of your own hard-earned money up at risk. I can't say enough good things about this. Again, there's tons of different prop firms out there, but TopStep is by far the best. So with that being said, guys, if you like this kind of video, drop a like on the video. It is free. Free way to support the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you want more daily content, because we are putting out content all the freaking time. This channel will not be stopped. We are grinding, and we are putting out tons of value to help you guys become better traders. So be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.